have to be willing to be misunderstood if you're going to innovate. Jeff Bezos. Welcome back to another Shut Up No One Cares, Get Back to Work podcast. Today's video is how to think like Jeff Bezos, how to think like a billionaire, how to think like somebody that was actually able to take one of the dot-com companies to becoming the most valuable companies on the planet. His counterintuitive, iconoclastic way of thinking. Today's big idea is thinking differently. You don't become a billionaire without thinking differently. Why? Because if you think the same as everyone else, you're going to get the same results. I've been talking about this a lot on this show, but this is something that bears beating down as a dead horse because it is so important and it's so obvious, but it's also so ignored. Maybe that's why it's so ignored, because it's so obvious and easy and right in front of us. If you do the same thing that everyone else does, you will get the same results. If you think the same way that everyone else does, you will get the same results. If you want to be exceptional in your life, you have to think and do things that someone exceptional or someone that gets exceptional results says and thinks. Now we could go into a bunch of different rabbit holes here, but it comes down to, what are the environmental influences in your life? Are you somebody that is heavily influenced by your friends, your peers, etc.? It's going to be hard to think differently if that's the case. It just is what it is. You can find ways to find other group and start absorbing the way they think. Maybe you don't share your goals with your friends, family, or the certain peer groups. Maybe you don't talk about your business ideas with your parents who are very conservative. There's nothing wrong with that. Instead, you're better off just going, getting results, testing, tweaking, iterating, failing a little bit, maybe not making it public. And then when you actually get results and something sticking, that's when everybody around you is going to come on board. And that's just is what it is. At first, they'll doubt you, they'll naysay you, and then they'll be your biggest fan. I mean, a lot of times because they want money or to share in the success or whatever, but it is what it is. That's human nature for you. So what's safe and comfortable in your life is not going to get you exceptional results. What's safe and comfortable is blending in with the pack. Blending in with the pack makes you part of the pack. It does. And for some of us, we're born with a little bit more of a tendency. We're born / cultivated in our younger years. And we have certain environmental factors and there's certain happenstances. Yeah, we have certain things to our advantage that can help us be successful in our modern world. And some of us default more to blending in and not causing a ruckus or whatever. Unfortunately, there's not a morality here. Like, there's going to be some people that live average lives. That's okay. I think that even within an average life, you can do certain things exceptionally. You can find a passion, a purpose. You can be happy. There's people that have average lives that are perfectly content and happy with their routine. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, those people a lot of times have figured out certain areas to become exceptional in that maybe the billionaire hasn't figured out. Like, what's the point of having $1 billion if you're miserable and you have no relationships and everybody hates you? I mean, that's definitely common. What's the point of being a billionaire, millionaire, whatever, if you're unhealthy? You can't buy your health. You'll definitely try, but it won't work. You got to take all this with a grain of salt and kind of understand there's a lot of variables here. In some ways, I'm talking a little bit more about kind of financial external success, though a lot of us shouldn't even really pursue that as our primary focus in life because we're not doing it the right way. We're not chasing the right things. We think money's the only metric, etc. There's a way to be successful and fulfilled. That'll be maybe a topic for another day. One thing to internalize. If you want something different, if you think that a middle-class life and certain routines, whatever, is prison, if that's what it feels like to you, then, don't default to doing that. Do something else. There's a lot of ways to live life. Some people live in vans now and they love it. They love the freedom, whatever. It's not for me. I like my studio. I like my family here. I like routine. I like being able to work on the things that matter to me, and kind of a vagabonding kind of life is just not for me. I don't think it'll ever be. Maybe I'll try for a year, but I have a sense that it's just not really for me. I like routine. I like structure. And I like having the security that comes from having my own land and being able to grow my own food, etc. You got to first understand what you're trying to do, what your values are, etc. And then you make the connection between those values, those things that I want. Well, I should go try to be around the people that are doing this already. And then I should try to learn from them. I should try to absorb as much as I can from them. And fundamentally, no matter what, if you want to be exceptional in certain areas of your life, you cannot do what everyone else is doing. You cannot think the way everyone else is thinking. Monkey see, monkey do, and get it out of your vocabulary. Get out of your mind, your psyche. Try things, experiment, read out of print books, listen to weird off-the-wall YouTube videos and podcasts and things like that. Explore the unknown and the less popular, and you will uncover different things about yourself, and you will uncover ideas that you can pursue and pull on, etc. That's a big idea for today. I'm your host, Colin Stuckert, the Law CEO, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey guys, before you leave, Colin here. I want you to go over to colin.coach and get the Friday AM5 newsletter. You can get all the shows that I do every week, as well as some other content related to health and wellness and just big ideas that are going to stand the test of time. So go to colin.coach, hop on that newsletter and get every Friday, and I hope you enjoy it.